people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, make sure that you lot are smash up the likes. Make sure that you lot are subbing to the channel. Make sure that you're following all the man them here. Make sure that you're subbing to all the man them here that have YouTube channels as well, people. You know what I mean? But we're back again, you know, for Blue Diaries as always on a Monday. Big up everyone that's here already. I see you lot speaking about the FA Cup, the draw. We'll talk about that. Obviously, Chelsea have drawn Wrexham. This is our third game in a row now in the FA Cup where we're playing away. You know what I mean? We can't get any games at home at the minute, bro. And the thing is about Wrexham, yo, they're doing all right in the champs right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they
they're
actually
like fifth or something like that.
Yeah. So it's not going to be a straightforward game like Arsenal going to Mansfield and that, bro. This is going to be different. We need to take this seriously. You know what I'm saying? What's the man them saying? What's everyone saying, Rob? Let me come to you, Rob. What are you saying, man?
I'm good, man. I got a day off, so I'm chilling. A couple of things to do around the house. Got out the way. Gotta come and chop it up on Blue Diary, and then right after this, I go play football. So, no church league, Joey, no church league. I'm just playing pickup.
What is it? You got what 7-a-side, yeah?
It might be 7-a-side, yeah. I mean, 7-a-side.
Whoever shows up, that's how it works.
Exactly. Whoever shows up. It might be 7-a-side. It might be 9-a-side. It might be
4-a-side for all we know.
Yeah, right? Depending on it's a day off for most people, so it's gonna be a nice nice crowd. I
hear it, bro. I hear it, man. Andrew, how about you, bro? How you going, man?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. Dead weekend of football because we played Friday, so wasn't much to do the last couple of days. But it's fun. By the way, just a side note, just the fake outrage of this mascot thing when our guys shook the mascot's hands at the start of the game. Do you know what I mean?
What is it? What's this?
So there's video of our guys after the game walking past like mascots in the tunnel, and I don't even know if they see them. But there's some faux outrage that we didn't,
Yeah, I saw it on Talk Sport today.
And it's like, well, why don't you mention that they shook their hands at the start of the game? You know what I mean? And said hello to them. But it's just fake outrage. That's all. It's just do a.
It is, man.
Slow news day, Andrew. Slow news day.
Very slow. Very
literally. I wasn't even gonna tweet. I wasn't even gonna give any of those people any coverage. The people that are trying to crash Chelsea for that, yeah, bro. The players are locked in. Like, let them lock in, and then the kids they can get some after. You know what I'm saying, bro? When you're doing all that before games and that, some people just want to focus. They want to get into game mode, man.
Yeah.
You say, man, you good?
I'm all good, bro. We're just enjoying the great British weather, bro. It's cold as hell. That's why I got my beanie here and I got my tea ready on deck as well. So yeah, man. We're here.
Tea on deck.
Bro, it's cold, bro. It's cold.
It's a bit chilly out here. It is, man. How about you, Joey? What you saying, man? We ain't seen you in I think about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, I'm good, bro. I'm in the job hunting phase, but I have off today. Just chilling. I'm looking for a new job. I have a couple interviews later in the afternoon, so
you got sacked.
Preparing. And you got sacked. Big companies, though, Robert. Some pretty big.
You got sacked. Oh, you're a disgrace.
No. I didn't get sacked. I'm just looking for a new job, bro.
Mutual consent.
You got given the Thomas Frank treatment. No, you got given the Thomas Frank treatment.
I'm still at work, bro. Like,
nah, Jerry decided to walk away, and they begged him to stay. And he said no, man. He said no.
Why can't bro want to level up?
That's all that's kind of going on for me right now. Content every single week. We didn't do anything this weekend because the Hall game was was Friday. We battered them.
Mm-hmm.
No need for me to do any content. I'll be chilling.
Yeah, man. I think now it's like, you know what? It's nice to just have a little bit of a breather. You know what I mean? We played on Friday. It feels like a weeks ago that we played now, yeah. And then obviously we've got Burnley at the weekend, and then the weekend after it's Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into what happened last week, Friday, people, make sure that you're checking out the sponsor, Jersey FC Soccer Shop, people. Don CFC at checkout. Like I say, every single week, every single top that is here, people, is on the website. As you can see, I'm wearing. They sent me this one. You know what I mean, from the 90s. So I've got it on today, people. So make sure that you lot are checking them out.
Perks.
Yeah, for real, bruv. So hey, I'm telling you, Joey, I can try, I can try a little thing, try hook you up there, but they're good, man. They're good people. They send things out really quickly. But let's get into it. Let's get into it, boys. Yeah, Rob, I'll come to you first. Obviously, we played Hull. You know what I'm saying? We played Hull on Friday, and Hull right now are a team who are in really good form in the championship. I think they're fourth right now, and they've been on some decent form recently as well. So I was never going to go into that game and think it's just going to be business as usual, bro, because you're going to a place where you need to make sure you're quieting the crowd. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it in every game pretty much. We've played FA Cup so far, bro. These guys are up for it. This is their final. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea are coming around. You need to be really professional. Yeah. And I like how we managed this game, bro, in terms of the chances, in terms of how, Racina sets up, the goals that we scored.
I mean, we should have scored more, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah, we should have scored more.
We missed some serious bad ones.
Yeah, we should have scored more. It should have been like a 6-0, if anything, minimum. Yeah, because I can think of Black and Esteval. They should have took their chances, right? But I like the fact that we were professional in comparison to the Leeds game, where Racina came out talking about, I had to have a meeting with these guys because they're just messing about. You know what I'm saying? Whereas this time around, we leave with a clean sheet. We score 4 goals. We're scoring goals at the minute. Job, Bob's your uncle. And now we've got Wrexham in the next round. We're literally one step away from getting to the quarterfinals, bro. Yeah. What was your take after the game on Friday, man?
No, it's professional job, man. The professional job. You go to a lower team away side, and you get the job done. Clean sheet. And one other thing that you gotta do in these games, since you have such as quality superiority in quality, is the manager might venture some decent manager might venture to try something new in these games, because the risk of it backfiring is very low. And you saw that with Rosinho trying Neto in the number 10, and all of us like, oh, and this is new. I'm liking this. And Neto, was very, very productive. So, it's the thing I like about what Rosinho did is that he didn't just take this game as just an FA Cup tie. We're gonna rock up there and we're gonna whoop them. He took this as an opportunity to try something new. Neto in the 10, to bring Mamadou Sarr on, right, and do those things. And so it was a pleasure to see, and it was nice to see. You got there with Neto leaving that place with much confidence, with hat-trick. You got Delap leaving that place with much confidence, especially after his second half with a hat-trick of assist. And Esteval, you see him, living with some confidence with back the goal. There's nobody else that really needed, bar Garnacho. There's nobody else that really went into that game saying this player needs confidence coming out of this game. It was Neto, it was Delap, and it was Garnacho. And Neto and Delap did come out with, did live with something from that game. Garnacho didn't, unfortunately, but that is what I like the most about this game. Like, the player that we needed confidence got confidence out of the game. The manager tried something new with Pedro Neto in number 10, and then you saw the introduction of Mamadou Sarr, which was a breath of fresh air from the centre backs perspective, especially with that ball that he played over the top to Esteval. That was quality, man. That was quality. So
yeah, 100%.
A good opportunity to try something new, and we live there. We're going to the next round, and happy days, man. Happy days,
man. And big up Bazza. He says Sarr brought a calmness to that whole back line. The little movements to create passing angles was quality. Yeah. What did you think of Sarr ads, man? Are you looking at it more like, it's Hull, I'm not really going to look at it much, or what's your take on Sarr going forward, man? And in this game as well.
Yeah, no, I thought Sarr was really good. I thought it was a really good debut from him. And again, it is just Hull, but they're not the worst team in the Championship. But again, you're looking at these kind of games just to sort of assess, certain players' skill sets, like who's going to come into the game in form. And like Robert said, obviously some players needed confidence from this game and got it. Others didn't, but that's fine. Obviously, yeah, Sarr, his debut, definitely for me looks the most comfortable centre back that we have on the ball with Levi Colwill out. Some of his passing was great. His ball carrying, just look comfortable on the ball, which again we don't see from the likes of Tosin and Badiashile as much, right? So that was good. And even defensively, I think one moment where Reece James had a slight lapse of concentration, and then let them get to the byline. He actually made a block on the line, and if they score that goal, it could be a completely different game. So ultimately, Sarr had a really good debut. Again, it is Hull, but he looked good, and I want to see more of the guy, because we've been talking about issues at centre back for a long time, and for me, I've been talking about Fofana for ages. Listen, I'm not here for the whole rotating centre backs. For me, the best defenses, the best teams have solidity and consistency at the back. And Chalobah has shown that he can be consistent and can play week in, week out. And for me, if Sarr can do that, then for me, start Sarr and Chalobah week in, week out. But that's what I want to see. So, yeah, he looked good. He looked really
Yeah, no, he was good, man. He was good. Like, what really impressed me about him, Joey, yeah, is just the way that he because look, this ain't the first game I've watched of Sarr. I managed to watch some games last season. This season, not so much, but I know what type of player he is because I watched enough of him, right? But what really impresses me about him, Joey, yeah, is just the manipulation that he's got on the ball, right? The little things you might not notice it, but it's just the little, like, when he's running with the ball, he just jiggles with it. You know what I'm saying, bro? He's like, he like manipulates his foot. He'll do the little pulsar. So 1 second, the defender, the person pressing him might think he's gonna pass, but he's not actually gonna pass because he's making you skank, and then he's gonna use his other foot. You know what I mean? Left foot, right foot. The guy's comfortable. If you had watched this guy for the first time, bro, you would have thought, oh, this guy's the left centre back. You know what I'm saying? He just has that flair on the ball. Like, he reminds me of, because what it is about these guys from Paris, yeah, they're very similar to the man them from London, bro. Yeah, I can just imagine going to 7-a-side right now in Paris and playing with man, just playing real football with my man. He's a centre back, but he's got tech. You know what I'm saying, Joe? Like, he's really, really techie on the ball. I like how good he is on the ball, man. What did you think of his performance on the ball, bro, and his build up?
Well, I've watched him enough where it's like I know how good he is on the ball. That's never been my issue with him. I think, honestly, like, I knew that this was going to be an upgrade on the ball. Okay? It's with him, it's always going to be, can he deal with the aerial duels necessary? And physically enough, can he deal with some of these players? Because a lot of the times when I watch him, he looks physical. He looks like a unit out there when you go see him. But, he doesn't play with the aggression that is necessary in certain moments. So, once again, I'm glad that he had this performance. I think he should play against Burnley. I think for sure he should be playing against Burnley because it's another one of them games where he's going to be able to be on the ball a bunch. And if Burnley wants to press him, then we get to see what he's about. That's the only thing that I'm about right now. I'm about just seeing how he can play in this league because that pass that you saw to Esteval, that's only a thing in his pocket. He can do all the types of passes that you need, the line breaking ones, all the passes you need. Can you handle this league physically? And hopefully he can. Hopefully that's what I'm hoping for from this kid.
Yeah, 100%.
And there's no we found a really, really good player. He's a really good player there, bro. And what I saw from him at the final was very impressive physically. The way he dealt with things physically in the final for Senegal. I think he did a phenomenal job there. But that's the thing. That's the big thing. The thing is, for me,
you're speaking facts, Joey, yeah. And the thing for me, Andrew, yeah, a lot of people. Well, I've always compared him to Badia Shil. I've always said he reminds me of a right-footed Badia Shil. And even the other day, I did a stream of CB and was doing the lineup for Hull. And at first we put Badia Shil next to him. Then I was like, bro, we can't play these two tranquilized brothers together. Yeah, we need one of them, and then you need an aggressor like a Chalobah or like a Fofana or like a Josh next to him. They're the sort of guys that you need next to that sort of profile. But defensively, I don't know. I feel like people do a little bit too much in terms of how he is defensively because this was just one game, right? Of course, in a Chelsea top. But for the most part, I saw him winning his headers. A couple times where he mistimed the jump and he didn't win them. But defensively, bro, what I noticed about him a lot in this game is that he imposes himself on players and when they're in a corner, he makes sure that he just stands there and doesn't let them out, bro. Very similar to what the likes of Gabriel do, right? When they pin you in a corner, you're thinking, how am I going to get around you? Yeah. I was seeing him getting guys in the corner and doing this with them, just standing over them. And it's like,
bro, get around unit, dude. He's he has the tools to be what I'm talking about. It's just up here. Are you going to be able to do it up here? Are you fit? 100%. Are you assertive enough to be able to do it up here?
Yeah. I mean, in terms of him, 1v1, Andrew, is this the first time that you say properly?
Yeah. It's the first time I watched him. I didn't watch any of the African nations or Strasbourg. I've not really seen him play.
Mhm.
And it's tough to take away what type of defender he is because of the opposition we're playing. Not to mention that they also rotated as well, Don, for this game. They didn't play their full allotted because they're trying to get into the Premier League, which is fine. I thought he did well. He had a good block at the start. Should have had an assist, and to me, I really didn't pay him much attention because they rarely troubled us in attack. Do you know what I mean? Especially the second.
Did they really trouble us, or did we defend well, though? That's the question.
Well, it's a bit of both, really. Do you know what I mean? I think the only chance they had in the second half was when we were 4-0 up and they hit the post, really. Do you know what I mean? That was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was right at the end of the game, so you can forgive that. Do you know what I mean? It's like everyone's a bit, you've got through the hard work. Someone said earlier, like, I play him against Burnley. I would as well, because the next if you're not going to play him against Burnley, when are you going to play him? Because the next 4 games in the league are Arsenal, Newcastle, Everton, and Man City. So when do you actually play him? Do you know what I mean?
The other thing is like you want to have him ready for this. Like you want to have him ready in case there is another circumstance of injury. You want to.
I need him properly tested because I didn't. That was an introduction to English football, but I need an introduction to Premier League football. No matter what you think about Burnley, there will be some physicality to that game. Do you know what I mean? Yep. I wouldn't play him with Achimpong. I don't want 2 19, 20-year-olds at the back like that. He has to play with someone else, whether that's Chalobah or Fofana or someone like that. But yeah, he had very good debut. I was hoping he'd get more. I was hoping he'd have more minutes in a couple of games before that. Like Wolves away or something like that. I was hoping like that. Maybe not Leeds because of the way the game went, but definitely like Wolves away when we were comfortably like in control for most of it. So it was very good. And like now we've got no midweek games. He's got 8 days, Rosenior, to really put a plan. Yeah. Really get them down. Really have a full week's worth of training or a long period of time of training to really put him and really go forward because it's after the Burnley game. It's crunch time, really. You know what I mean? It's where on paper we could drop a lot of points.
100%. And we've got over 200 people. Before you come in, Robbie, we've got over 200 people here. Not even 100 likes yet, people, man. So make sure that you lot are smash up the likes. Big up Lewis for the raid every single time. Let me just quickly go to this comment before I come to you, Rob. Yeah, what was it? Marlon said, "Don't compare him to Gabriel." Go. This is the comprehension I'm talking about, bro. I didn't even compare him to Gabriel. I'm just saying that the way Gabriel defends, I'm actually praising Gabriel. The way Gabriel defends in the wide areas and the way that he gets attackers into corners and doesn't let them out. Yeah, that's what I was seeing Saar doing in this game, and he does that a lot because he's a unit, like Joey said already, bro. Like he literally just holds man there, and you're not getting out. You're not getting out, bro. We need more defenders like this. You know what I'm saying? So obviously Gabriel's way better than him, bro. I'm not saying he's anywhere near him. I'm just saying how they play.
He's the next John Terry. He's the next John Terry.
No, but I think for me, what has always impressed me about him is his ability to read the game at such a very young age, right? He reads the game very well. He puts himself in position. This is what I have a problem with our center backs a lot of times, right? The John Terry positioning where he can anticipate where the cross is gonna come, the area that the cross is gonna come in, and just positions himself there. That if the fullback does not stop the cross, he's there to anticipate that if that ball comes, it's gonna come in this area, and I just need to be in this area to clear it. That's what I've seen. That's what I've seen from Saar, and I think people are a bit down on him because he's not your Jacquet. Jacquet is more, I'm gonna come at you and I'm gonna slide tackle and I'm gonna go to ground and the Kusanov type center back. He's not that. I'm not making a comparison here, but I'm just comparing the style of play. Jacquet is more
different kinds of center backs.
Jacquet is more of a Rudiger type. He's more of a Thiago Silva type. Whereas like I don't necessarily need to slide tackle because I can anticipate where you're trying to go, and I'm just gonna position myself somewhere where I can clear it, and somewhere where I know I'm just making it hard for you to try and do what you're gonna do, and that's what I really like. His ability to read the game at a very young age is very. That's why sometimes I'm just seeing it questioning, why did Maresca not want to keep him last summer?
Bro, he played what? He played one game in the Club World Cup off the bench, and then we sent man back to Salzburg.
And he trained with us, and whatever was he had preseason with us right in with Strasbourg, and then Maresca just said no, he ain't ready yet, and sent him back. And I to this day it's one that he's one of the ones that I wish we would have kept him in the summer and had him
100%
throughout the season, because he would have been a very, very good player to have in this squad, especially with playing from the back. And his ability. And again, people say, no, in France he's too safe on the ball, blah blah. And this is what people don't understand about the way he plays, especially in this Rosinho way. It's like he gives those passes away to try and bait the press, and then as you guys talked about, and then he reposition himself somewhere else where he's also an option for a return ball, right? And when he needs,
he just looks like he's concentrating. Like when I look at
he's reading the game. He's reading like, I give it to you. You have an option like Andrew Santos, turn and progress the ball. If that's not the case, I'm here as well. And also knowing that Sanchez is also there. As Sarah says sometimes, he also likes to be vocal on the pitch, which you like to see from your center back. Like he can break lines that we've seen as we saw against Hull. He can play those balls over the top as we saw against Hull. The reason why he plays those easy passes is because that's what the manager wants him to play, to bait the press, right? And then you play those balls into a Caicedo and into a Santos, and then we spread the attack. But people are like, oh no.
Yeah, but if he's not pressed, then he has the liberty to do that.
Sarr is the one that plays it too safe. I'm just like, that you don't watch Sarr then.
If you're not pressed, you have the liberty to be able to make that pass. That's the scenario.
Exactly.
A lot of the times we make that type of scenario. We set up the scenario. We set up the passing lanes for him to be able to play it short because he's getting pressed. It's an easy pass. But if you see that pass, that cutting run that Esteval likes to make, even Garnacho, the in behind that Garnacho likes to make, make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's only a few. It's only the likes of Cole that make the passes.
Is that David Luiz in this guy?
Him and Reese are the only players who will be able to make those types of passes from that line. And Cucurella is trying to make more darting passes in between the spaces we're in behind. So
let me come to you, Ads, because you mentioned earlier about was going back and forth in the chat over there. I think was it the chat with Mel? Yeah, it was in the chat, and we was talking about Fofana, and I don't know. I'm getting a vibe from you that you're kind of on the side of you're not really feeling Fofana right now. You said earlier in the stream that you'd rather play Sarr and Chalobah right now, but Fofana's been fit, bro. Like, why would you not start Fofana and Sarr?
He's been fit for half of the week. He's able to start. The midweek games, he's having to be rested. And again, I've always said that I don't like centre backs who you have to rotate. And this isn't new for me and Fofana. I've said it on the show before. I've said it many times in the group chat that we share. Fofana's a good player, but again, the money that we spent on him at a time where he came in, and obviously he was injured. He's injured. He had a big injury at Leicester. It's like, for me, I didn't like the signing at the time. And then when he was coming back into the team and having certain games, and he was having really poor performances like Madrid away and other games, I was like, this guy is a liability. Again, for the money that he's on and for his stature in the team, we just can't rely upon this guy for a whole season. It's similar to Lavia, but it's different because Lavia is only on 45k. And ahead of Lavia, we've got Enzo Fernandez, we've got Moises Caicedo, we've got players in that position. Now, Andre Santos, he's balling out. In centre-back, we don't really have those quality options. So for me, it's like we're relying on somebody who's meant to be one of our main players, a main starter in the team, but we can't rely upon him. So ultimately, I feel like Fofana's still going to end up starting for us because he's more experienced player than Sarr. Sarr is still only 20 years old. And again, the Premier League's no joke, bro. It can chew you up and swallow you out, or chew you up and spit you out just like that.
Yeah, but you have to put him into the fire, bro.
I know I want to see it. I'm advocating for him to start, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't start because the manager wants to just protect him.
Can I ask you something, Eds, to kind of follow up Don's question?
Go for it.
So is Chalobah the one that you would end up keeping if you were to say we wipe out the entire back line? You keep one experienced center back. Is Chalobah the one you're keeping?
Yeah, I've always said keep Chalobah. And again, this isn't saying that I want Chalobah to be our main starter, but Chalobah, again, he's shown a consistency in terms of fitness. He's also shown more consistency in terms of being able to stay in the team and perform for a long period of time. does Chalobah have mistakes in his game? Of course, all of our centre backs do. They're not top quality centre backs, but Chalobah, given that he's a Cobham graduate, he's somebody that's shown that he's willing to even sacrifice his own career for the benefit of the club by leaving Palace where he was stable and secure, come be on the bench for us and be a rotational option. So yeah, I would keep Chalobah because he's going to be happy to be a third or fourth choice option once we get better centre backs. And yeah, I would keep him because listen,
I would argue. I would argue the better partnership though would be Fofana and Colwell. Would you not?
I talking Fofana and
stylistically, right?
And
like if we're talking about like stylistically, if we're talking about like the better partnership, the best partnership that we have, it would technically be Fofana and Colwell. Would you agree or not?
Oh no, that's the best form we've seen actually at centre back. That was the start of last season when they were starting together and they were performing really well. That was great. And again, when Fofana's on his game, and let's just say that Fofana was going to suddenly be free of injury, then I'd keep him because he is a good centre back. I still think there's levels for him to go up to, but with all the injuries and then also the inconsistencies that I'm seeing in his game, for me it's just too frustrating at this point. And I'm done with just biding by players who aren't consistent enough for what we need as Chelsea Football Club. We need guys who are reliable in terms of fitness and also in terms of consistency of performance. And especially this guy's on 200k, guys. For us, that's big wages. So
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Adzia, but for me, the biggest problem I've had personally with Fofana is just the injuries, bro, the fitness. Now you can talk about, certain lapses of concentration in the box, like when we played Arsenal, not marking Marino, the game against Newcastle. I don't know what the hell was going through his mind, to be trying to run from the back and then just get himself tackled when you need to ride that wave. He messed up. But I can talk to you about games against Arsenal this season, bro. Every game against Arsenal, this guy loves to turn up against these guys, right? When he came back in after he was injured into the team, didn't we get like 5 clean sheets in a row or something like that? You know what I'm saying?
Him and Chalobah, like,
I'm still selling all of them. I'm not joking. I'm still selling.
I wouldn't. Let me just finish my point, Joey. For me, right? I'm happy. I'm happy that we've been able to see Fofana, fit for a while this season because, bro, this guy is a wafer, and you're right. You can't depend on him, and that's where I'm still saying we should go and get another centre back. But bro, I'm sorry. We talk about the centre back market, and it's not great. You know what I mean? We talk about it all the time. For us to just say, get rid of Fofana because
Dan, don't do that.
Hold on, Joey. Let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying.
You're talking to the wrong motherfucker. I could give you.
Let me finish what I'm saying because I don't listen. I don't know if you man agree. For me, Fofana there available, he's in my starting 11. You know what I'm saying, bro? He's in my starting 11, right? If this season adds, he was still getting injured, getting injured, and he's never available, I'll be like, yo, I think I've just given up on him. Yeah. Last season, this guy stayed fit until December. Then he got injured. This time around, he's actually been able to stay fit. We're managing his minutes in terms of how many games he can play. But it wasn't long ago he played, was it 2 games in a week? That was last week, I swear, last week or 2 weeks ago. So gradually, was it two games in a week, innit?
Yeah, but he didn't play the 90 minutes. Obviously, again, you're having to sub out a centre back mid-game, which isn't sustainable. For me, that's not sustainable.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's not sustainable.
I agree.
Let me just finish, Joey. I'll let you come in, bro. Yeah, bro. What I'm saying with Fofana, for me, I am not ready to dispose of this guy. Same way I am not ready to dispose of Lavia. I'm more in the camp of let's bring an additional midfielder and still keep this guy there, so we're not having to depend on him. You know what I'm trying to say? That's where I'm at with Fofana, bro. And then someone here says Don has this attachment to Fofana. It's so weird, bro. I like Fofana. I like him, bro. I think he's a very good player. And again, before it's a shame that
I just want to say again, 200k as a third choice centre back, that's a lot of money. For Lavia 45k, it's fine, but 200k for a third choice centre back and Fofana,
he's never completed 30 games in a season for us.
Yeah, I'm.
It's a howler. It's a howler
right there. I'm selling. Yo, Don, you can. I would if we could sell Fofana for 40k somewhere. For 40 million somewhere, right?
Okay. I said 40K.
40 million. You said 45k and it got stuck in my head. 40 million, right? I would get rid of him and try to get like a LaCroix or someone like that. Shit, I'm sure I don't know if PSG is done with Zarbani the way that they're dealing with Zarbani right now. Like I'm doing like there's plenty of names that I'm going for that I could go for.
Tell us.
Plenty of names, bro. I'll take Nathan Collins from Brentford.
Oh my God!
I would over Fofana. I would
because of fitness, because of quality.
Senesi on a free.
Nah, like I don't think the quality level is that much lower than Fofana with the fitness for his fitness level. The way that his fitness level
Joey
is, I think
Senesi on a free.
and I think he's more reliable in the air. Like
I like
LeBron. So like that's
yes.
So like that's to me that's I'm taking Mukulele is a good one, but he's not. He's really right back.
So
Yeah,
right,
like,
I would
like there's names in the league. I'm taking Murillo.
exactly.
Senesi on a free.
Murillo's the guy I want.
There's a left center back though. There's a center back.
Especially with the turmoil that's happening in Nottingham Forest, we better be knocking on that fucking fat geezer's fucking door at the end of the season.
For me,
I just find it. For me, I'm just looking at it and I'm saying, bro, there's other guys I'm selling before I even think of selling Fofana. That's where I'm at.
I mean, bro, I'm right there with you, but like I'm wanting if down in my eyes, the way I'm looking at next season is I want total clear out at back line at center back. I want total clear out. 4 guys gone, and I want 3 new guys fighting it out now.
You want
Sar can stay, bro.
Sar's already one of them.
Stay, bro. Sar can be one of the new guys, but
so you mean Sar?
Colwell back.
Is Colwell one of those you get rid of?
No, Colwell's back, bro. I'm keeping Colwell. I'm talking about
Colwell and three
Fofana, Tosin, Badia, Shield, and Chalaba. All 4, I'll get rid of all of them.
Why? What is it?
I wouldn't even think twice. I'll restructure.
What do you like about Fofana? What do you like about it? Is it just the injury or do you like the quality?
It's health, bro. It's not necessarily anything else than that. And he's on big wages. So like I can't trust you and I'm paying you? Nah. I'd rather pay someone else more. Like
I hear the wage.
I'd split his wage, find 2 guys who are just about to hitting their peak at the $120, $140 range, and get 2 guys around that now.
You could do that with LaCroix.
You could do that with LaCroix. Right now, you could do that. You could give LaCroix 140. He's gone.
This is what I'm scared of. This is what I'm scared of right now, yeah, Andrew. I'm scared of this right here. Big up TTM, yeah.
True.
He said this could be a dangerous transition. The way I feel about what's happening right now, what you lot said about Fofana, is exactly how I feel about guys that say get rid of Neto, bro. Yeah. I don't trust Clearlake. I don't trust these guys to identify another experienced centre back, right? Obviously, Fofana should have way more appearances. Cool. At least he knows the league.
I didn't say that's what I expect them to do. I said if it was me, because I can ID people. Like if it was
I'm saying the reality is
I'm IDing the players that I want to go get that. Like I'm putting the bread down for LaCroix. Like that shit. Like that's like me and whoever at Palace and LaCroix and Murillo. Those would be the 2 guys I would go.
See, now
get both of them. That's what I would do. I would get rid of everybody, and I get rid of both of them. I get both of them, bro. That's what I'll do. I get both of those dudes, and then the young kids. And then we got the young kids.
I disagree with him on getting rid of everybody.
I can't ID shit.
But I do agree,
bro.
I do agree.
Don't let the chat rattle you.
I do agree. If you could get
anybody,
if you get LaCroix and Murillo, that's a significant upgrade to the center back. Like I don't mind Chalobah being a 4th choice center back, right? I don't even mind Tosin being a 5th choice center back, right? But if your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd choice are Lacroix, Murillo, Sar, Colwell, I think everybody was kind of happy with that. And then if
I told you that Don, if I told you we sold Fofana, if I told you we did my idea, right? And in the beginning of the season, we walked away. In the beginning of the season, our center backs that we had was LaCroix, Sar, Colwell, Murillo.
I don't think that's good enough.
I don't need more.
Colwell after an ACL.
Okay, we could get one more. Yeah. We could get one more, but it's probably coming from Strasbourg. So,
yeah, man, I'm just for me, I'm just like, listen, I hear what you man are saying because I've said similar about Fofana. We can't depend on this guy, bro. But there's 2-3 others that I'm selling before I even think of selling him. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
I hear like would I still toss him before Fofana? Yes. As much as I like, as much as I like Badiashile, would I sell Badiashile without Fofana? Probably, right? But the fact of the matter is he's on massive wages that require him. If he's the highest paid, he's the one that should play the most out of everybody and should be the most reliable. Now,
I'm sorry,
if he's the one that you have to babysit every single time, then which makes our backline be even more vulnerable because you have Fofana, but you can't play him the next game, so you have to rotate somebody else. Then the person that played next to him now has to have a new partner the next game, and there's no consistency that I was talking about. So if I want consistency, that can be Fofana, and if it can be Fofana, then he's not worth being here on 200 bags a week.
I think
what it is. Go on, Andrew. I think what it is for me, we need to put ourselves in a position where we're not dependent on him. So if he does get injured, it'll just be easier to phase him out, right? It's hard to phase him out right now because of what's after him. Like what's after him is Josh, who's inexperienced and needs the game time.
There's our fifth center back. Thank you very much.
I would load him. I'll be real. I think he really needs.
I would love to loan Josh. I think Josh needs like a Bournemouth loan or Brighton loan, one of these types of loans like Colwell.
No,
or a Palace loan in switch.
Swap. Give them. Andrew could be my sidekick in all this. He could be my sidekick in this. Thank you, Andrew. Exactly. There you go.
This comes full circle when we talk about Sarr being a prisoner at the moment and not hyping him up too much after his performance because of the other centre backs have been really rubbish this year or have been very inconsistent. Do you know what I mean? Mine would be whatever happens, I'd sign Senesi on a free. I would sign him on a free. And then if you go,
but how much of him have you actually watched though, Andrew? That's just a name I'm hearing now. How much of him have you actually watched?
I've watched Senesi quite a lot this season. He's been very impressive. Also, the other centre back they bought, is it Diakite? He's been very good as well. Remember, Don, they sold their entire nearly back four and bought in. I know they went through on a bad run, but he's been very impressive, Senesi. On that, I'd bring him in whether you're going to buy Lacroix or Murillo. I think we go either or, but if we don't get one, we should get the other one. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't be like one, or it should be one or the other. It should be I'd go for them both at the same time. See who says yes, and that's the one. You know, if we get them both, that's fine. But we are in a prison at the moment when it comes to Sarr because he's great. Because the rest haven't. Because we had that debacle against Leeds. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's heightened even more. And now he's coming in.
Get this guy out my club. Get this guy out my club, son. Get this guy out my club.
And let me come to you, Ads, because I know you got a cut in
the team is back.
We're saying about this news. I don't know who my man is.
Back up our current striker. That's what he would do. He's come to back up our current guy.
Come on, Jackson.
PR Roots. I don't know what the hell that is, man. What's your take on this, Ads? Before you cut, man, like Rich has already confirmed it. He's gone. Like this guy's most likely gone. I don't see him staying. But what's your take on this guy, man?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, Jackson flopping at Bayern's crazy, isn't it? Like, certain man on the panel rate this guy highly. And
allow it, man.
Right now, he's on course to do less goals. Right now, he's on course to do less goals than an 18-year-old.
Where's the context?
Let Ads land, bro. Rob, let Ads land.
No, you're saying rubbish.
Nah, let him land, bro. Let him land.
See certain man are rattled. It's okay, you know.
I like to see his record.
I'm rattled, bro. I am rattled. What are you talking about?
Relax. We're not
you get me rattled, bro.
We're not cooking garnacho today.
Hey, Ads, you want to rattle him even more? Do his record against Choupo-Moting. I don't think it stands up too well against Choupo-Moting.
That's what I brought up in the chat. Yeah, he knows Choupo-Moting and Matisse Tell. Crazy. But listen,
damn, man.
Flopped at Bayern is mad. Listen, the funny thing is, we will replace Jackson with somebody actually worse currently because I'm not really rating what the lat's been doing. Obviously for us, again, you know, great game against Hull, but it's Hull. We'll see what he can do and build to the end of the season. But listen, with Jackson, he got given as much of a chance as any striker's been given at Chelsea. He got given pretty much 2 seasons to be our main striker. And first season, I give him all the credit. He had to do it by himself. And Kunki was injured. We don't need to relitigate it, but he did very well. Second season, that weren't it. And the way he ended it with the red cards, the petulance, that ain't it. So. Yeah, as a backup striker to Pedro, I mean, Again, for me, I think he's better than Delap currently, so you could see that being an option. But for me, I want the backup striker to João Pedro to be a natural number 9, and that was always my issue. Since he's
so then what you said isn't right. Then that means that it was Pedro who replaced Jackson, not Delap. If you want a different profile, João Pedro is the guy who replaced Jackson, bro.
Right.
If you put that like that, then yeah, and obviously for me, João Pedro is a superior player to Jackson. He's a superior.
Correct.
Hold on, Rob. One at a time, because I'm telling you, bro. One thing I hate, is listening to pods and man are just talking over each other, So tranquilo, I know it's your boy, Robbie, but tranquilo and let ads land.
I know he's right, man. He's right, bro. Just chill, man. Chill. You have a day of work today, but relax. It's all good. But listen, like I said, I'm not even the biggest hater of Jackson. Again, like I said, I prefer him to the lap currently. But of course, for me, it's about profile. It's about balancing your squad the right way. And for me, off the bench, I'd rather have like a target man. Somebody's going to be a bit more physical, attack crosses than what Jackson can do. So for me, you cash in on Jackson while you can, because he already upgraded on him in terms of João Pedro. That's a clear upgrade. He's better pretty much across the board for me. So yeah, man, cash in on Jackson and keep it moving.
Exactly, bro. Iceman says Don has a Jackson agenda. Bro, I do have an agenda. I'm not running from it.
No,
the guy had over 2 years at this club, like Ads has already said, and he used to shoot as if he just had his tooth taken out, blood. Yeah.
Wait, let me ask you. Let me ask something real quick about this.
Hold on, Joey. Let me just cook a little bit, because man, I'm now forgetting what this guy was doing, bro. Yeah. Man used to go in the box and slip as if his boots are too big, bro. Yeah. Man used to just even last season, man is saying, Jackson touch this and that. This guy was struggling to bring down the ball. I can think of more games last season where he was struggling to bring down the ball than games where he was actually bringing down the ball. Rob likes to bring up that fucking example of Bournemouth. He loves that example of Bournemouth, yeah? Bro, I'm telling you, that guy from December onwards decided to go on a hiatus, yeah? Even this, Rob, drink this in. Marino is a better striker than him, bro. Yeah? Marino is a better striker than him. That's how bad he is. That's how bad he is.
Yeah? So if Marino is better than Jackson, then where is Delap then, your boy?
Bro, right now
he's in the
box. Marino's better than Delap in the box. I'll be real. He's better than Delap in the box.
Now we're doing in the box hype.
I'll talk about
the box.
I will talk about it in the box, yes. But I'm telling you, Jackson last season, Jackson,
Marino is better than Jackson.
Jackson last season, bro, I'm telling you. First half of the season, I was saying, probably the most improved player in the Premier League, yeah? On form right now, he's probably the best striker in the league on form right now. Because remember last season, Haaland wasn't really firing like that. You know what I mean? He was missing a lot of chances last season.
You were defended, man.
I was defending this guy. Then I'm seeing the misses against Everton in the wind, yeah? I'm seeing the misses against Palace, bro. Yeah? I'm seeing this guy some petulant shit. He comes back. He's moving the way he was moving. The red card against Newcastle and that. I was on my way to Ibiza. I'm in the queue and I'm seeing this guy elbowing someone, bro. Yeah? All of these things, Rob, they add up. And I'm like, I'm getting sick and tired of this. How many times are you going to keep missing? How many times are you going to keep missing? Say that again?
And you are here hyping up the lap like it's some next.
Why are we talking about the lap?
But why are we talking about the lap?
No, because Don comes here and say, I've been seeing
wait a second. This is the guy who didn't want to compete with the lap. Why are we forgetting this? He didn't want to compete with the lap.
That is not the case.
How is that not
the case? He want to compete with
How is that not the case?
No, the manager wanted the lap as his striker. The manager wanted his
Maresca. Now we're going back to blaming Maresca. That's
what Jackson.
So it's Maresca's fault. It's Maresca's fault.
Yes, 1,000,000% it is Maresca's fault. If Maresca wasn't here,
maybe there's a reason though.
So is it company's fault he's not playing then? Is it company's
wait, hold on a second. It wasn't Maresca that said go sign João Pedro. The club made that signing, bro.
Yeah.
And João Pedro benched him within a few days of training.
It is Maresca who said go sign Liam Delap. And then he beat up
but it was João Pedro. It was João Pedro who replaced him.
No, João Pedro replaced Nkunku.
No,
João Pedro replaced Jackson, bro.
He replaced Nkunku.
He replaced Jackson. You just don't want to admit it.
You don't want to admit it.
How did he replace Nkunku? How did he replace Nkunku? How? Tell me how he replaced Nkunku.
They're the same profile.
What?
They're exactly
not a 9.
Nkunku's not a 9.
Is João Pedro naturally a 9?
Yes, he is a 9.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He is.
Can he play 9 effectively? Yes. But he's
So what is he then? What is he then?
9.
What is he then?
9 3/4.
He's a support striker like Nkunku is. Like Nkunku.
Man, João Pedro ain't no support striker. I've seen this guy behind the striker. I prefer him as the striker. Yeah, I want him up there as the striker.
He's a better
was
striker
cooking behind
than he is
Welbeck.
fucking
And Brighton, what we bought him was
whatever
cooking
the fuck.
behind Welbeck.
Forget all of that, Rob. We've seen him here at this club behind the striker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like João Pedro up top, running in behind.
You know, I'm not saying I don't like. The only difference is João Pedro is willing to play striker, and Nkunku just refused. We had to play Tariq George and Neto as striker when Nkunku was here.
I think
Right?
though, the argument is this: although he might be coming back, doesn't mean he's going to be here next season. Do you know what I mean? We got, like you say, we got João Pedro, we got Delap. No matter what anyone's, they might give Delap another chance, and we got this Amiga bloke. Coming in. Well,
It's
do you know what I mean?
easy.
So,
Lega, bro, it's not happening.
Don. It's easy
Huh?
economics. What
Go,
were
go,
we
go.
selling Jackson for? 60 million, right? What did we buy? João Pedro for? 60 million. It's not this. What did we sell Nkunku for? 30 million. What did we buy Delap for? 30 million. Like just because it's profile, no, we just spent extra money, and he actually is a striker.
Bro, like I'm sorry, I don't know how
get this. I don't get
people
this.
like Rob,
What are we
people
talking
like
about?
Rob, yeah. When it comes to defending Jackson, people like Rob like to come for Delap because it's João Pedro who stole Jackson's chain.
No,
yeah?
no.
João Pedro,
correct.
João Pedro, hold on. Let me finish, Rob. João Pedro didn't even train it with the team for a week, ads. Yeah. In the Club World Cup, man came for a few days. Maresca said, "Yeah, I could do with a bit of that." And I'm telling you, if we didn't sign João Pedro in that summer, we don't win the Club World Cup. I'm telling you now, we don't win that competition, bro.
João Pedro's the reason Jackson left. He saw him. He went and played the games that he was supposed to be out there because he expected to be the main man at Chelsea. He didn't get the main man shit. He didn't get the play barely. João Pedro went and hooped, and then he got scared and ran off to Germany. That's what happened. I don't care. This is all. Everything else is just hearsay. He ran.
No, you're saying,
He
but
ran.
He ran away.
He ran.
Everybody has
That's
to hear
it. It's plain and
No,
simple.
I like
He
it.
ran.
No.
He
So-
saw who he was up against, and he ran. He was here.
He saw it was
João
against
Pedro
the lap
was
and he
here.
ran.
We saw him. He saw him in training, in the games, and he ran from the challenge.
it's
He'd
ironic.
rather
Oh,
back
it's
up
very-
freaking
it's very,
back up Harry Kane, bro. That's
It's
what
very
he
ironic.
thought.
It's
You
very
better
ironic
back
because-
up
So
Harry
he
Kane.
ran from João Pedro to
He
go
ran.
behind Harry Kane. That makes sense to you.
No.
He
So
ran,
it's,
bro. He
He
ran.
actually ran away. Go on, Andrew.
Here's the thing, it's very ironic. Someone just said it in the chat. For 2 years, he had no competition, and then the first sign of competition, he bounced.
Exactly.
When
He
he comes
lost
back,
his
I
head.
don't want him.
Man, remember, he lost his head first, got a silly red card in the Club World Cup, and then he ran. So, and Rob, you can't deny that. You can't deny that he lost his head, bro. He saw competition, and he lost it. He lost it.
No, 100%. That's what it is.
No, I don't like this idea that Jackson lost his head or Jackson is got disciplinary issue or whatever. I think that tag is misplaced. Massively, it's misplaced.
Yeah, but no one's really even
And
talking about it.
people that said that he didn't want competition.
He's
So why did he go
misunderstood.
to Germany to play behind Harry Kane if he didn't
Because
want
it's the only backup. It's the only backup. He's the only backup. He is the only backup.
So what was the competition?
So why he could have competed with Delap and João Pedro here? Why was that such a big deal?
Moresca said he got Delap, he can leave. Moresca said,
Yeah,
I got
I'm
two
sure.
strikers.
I'm
now
sure
Jackson
he got
can
the
leave.
lap. That's what it is. No, he got João Pedro, and João Pedro went and hooped, and he ran.
Okay.
Rob, you need to accept it. Let me even read through this.
I
Here.
will not accept what? Accept your theories.
It's not a theory, bro.
It's
This is
your
the reality.
theories.
You're delusional, but the reality.
It's
You are
the
delusional.
hearsay.
Rob, your point would only hold water if Delap came in, yeah, and João Pedro came in, and Delap was the one starting in the Club World Cup. It was João Pedro starting, bro. Jackson was our starter for 2 years. João Pedro came in and starting for us. Do the maths. He is the replacement. He is the direct replacement for Jackson, bro. It's not a replacement for Nkunku. Yeah, Nkunku was never a striker in the first place. That guy is a confused profile. I don't know what he is. Yeah, but he used to press like he was pregnant off the ball, blood, for one, right? João Pedro was not here to replace Nkunku. He was here. He's here to
agree on that point.
Now, let me respect the super chat. Let me respect the super chat, yeah? Big up Dake. Says, Unks, João Pedro is a striker. Put the 10 support striker talk to bed. Put it to bed. Put it to bed.
We can I just agree to disagree and move on. I'm not gonna convince you. You're not gonna convince me otherwise. Let's just agree to disagree and move on.
You know when you see João Pedro get in front of goal, yeah? You know when you see João Pedro get in front of goal, yeah?
Just like most things.
You're ready to celebrate. You're ready to celebrate already. Whereas with Jackson, brother, yo, man's looking at him thinking, how the hell have you missed that, bro? How the hell have you missed that? Look at the finish against Leeds, ads. Yeah? Look at that little dink, bro. You know what I mean?
You know what's going through my head? I'm just imagining Bayern training and the shooting drills, and then 1 minute it's Harry Kane finishing, and then it's Jackson trying to finish. It's just like, brother. Hey,
bro, it's like the Timo Werner training videos, isn't it? It's like the Timo Werner training videos. He missed all the time in training. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. You know what I mean? And you talk about João Pedro. Listen, João Pedro has been a totally different player under Liam Rossinha. He's played more like a number 9 than he's ever done for us. And his shooting, when we tell him just fucking shoot, this past month or so, he's been shooting nearly all the time. Look at his goal against Brentford. Look at his goal against Napoli. Do you know what I mean? That's a power shot right there. I don't remember Jackson doing that.
No, he's never shot the ball as clean as João Pedro.
No,
never.
Oh, no. Probably
the goal against Everton last season.
He had one good one at home with Everton. Yeah, you're right. Other than that,
One at a time.
Go on, Rob.
What about the one in the Conference League when he rolled the ball with his right and slapped it with his left?
That was a bad one.
People say, "Oh, Jackson can't do these things," or Jackson literally has done those things.
Do you know what I remember?
Not at the same volume. Not at the same volume as John.
Not at the same volume, bro. He doesn't lock his foot enough, bro. You're not allowed to say.
No, you can't say Jackson can't do it and not give you an example when Jackson has done it. It doesn't look the same.
Clock is right twice. Is right twice a day, bro. Somebody as bad as Garnacho scored a Puskas winning goal, bro. Like, so you could bad players can score good goals.
No.
Yeah.
You know it.
So what's your point, bro? What's your point?
I got a bounce. Love.
Big up ads, man. Big up. Hey, make sure everyone's following ads.
Sorry to interrupt,
what's your point, bro? Are you trying to say that Jackson can chat to João Pedro's finishing?
No, I didn't say that. All I'm saying, people are saying Jackson can do. It's impossible for Jackson to score a goal like that when he actually has scored a goal like that. I'm not saying it's in João Pedro's stratosphere as a finisher. João Pedro is clear the better finisher. But to say Jackson cannot do, or he can only dream of finishing like that when he's actually has finished like that, for me that's just too.
Bro,
I hear it. When he's done it once, that means it's not. He doesn't regularly do it. You know,
yeah, exactly. It's not frequent. The point we're making is it's not frequent.
Nobody's arguing that. Nobody's arguing that.
No, bro, what I'm saying is,
everybody's saying it's impossible for Jackson to ever finish like that.
No. It's impossible because he doesn't try it. That's why he himself.
He just ain't got the tech, bro. I'm sorry, Rob. I've told you it's a simple, bro. He came to Europe in 2019, bro. Like, bro, listen, I respect it. I'm African myself. Man came from nothing, bro. He came from nothing. He's made it. He's a millionaire now. But I'm sorry, I can clearly see that you didn't come up in an academy, bro. Because simple things like locking your foot, you can't do it. Yeah, this ain't the place. Chelsea's not the place for man to be learning on the job. It's not the place for that, Rob. And I'm sorry, we needed someone like a João Pedro who is way better in front of goal, and that's exactly what we got. Big up Bazza for this. He says, Don, to be fair, you was questioning JP position just a few weeks ago, saying he's like a 9.5. Yeah, bro. Do you know what it is about? You know what it is, yeah? Like, the more I watch João Pedro, the more I think, okay, I think he is actually more like a 9. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's more like a 9 because behind the striker, I didn't really enjoy his performances there, man. I might be writing him off. I might be writing him off.
He picks up the ball. He wants to pick up the ball deep, makes him a 9.5. That doesn't even make sense though.
I'll probably say it's like a what it is for me, Baz. Yeah, like when you've got the likes of Palmer in the team. I said this when Palmer wasn't here. João Pedro without Palmer, he likes to drop deep too much and get involved in the build-up and that. With Palmer there, he can just focus on running in behind. That's why you saw him score the goal against.
The part of the problem is that he doesn't have someone getting him the ball when Palmer's not out there. Like, he has to get himself involved because that's how he gets himself involved in the game without Palmer. Like,
I
Yeah.
think
Palmer
that's a
just
good.
gets him involved. Like,
I think that point is a good transition to the midfielder we need to speak about. That's all.
Yeah. Listen, hey, great segue, Andrew, man. And listen, people, we've got over 330 people here. Let me see how many likes we got. We've got 106 likes. Let's get to 200 real quick, man. But for me, people, Baz, big yourself up. I think João Pedro is a 9. We just need to be playing him with the likes of Palmer so he can do the things that 9s do. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on him now, man. Who's this? Gleek says Don is a compulsive liar after lied to match his agenda, bro. My takes can change with more evidence. This is why you should watch my content. Watch the content weekly. Yeah, and if people change their opinions on stuff, they can change their opinion, bro. It's as simple as that. But Andrew, who did you want to talk about, bro? You said about the midfield.
I think it's important. We have discussed him before that, you know, Andre Santos is and maybe it's obviously to do with the coach, is becoming a good fixture in the side. Do you know what I mean? He's established himself in games. He's controlling games. His passing is very good. It's also very forward. It's very fast. It gets, like, especially a game against Leeds, it's just popping that ball off to Palmer so many times in the first half. Where we get, you know, it's the way our first goal was created, essentially. He was popping the ball off. I think he's playing very well. I think if he progresses the way he is going, I think he's the reason, Don, this summer we won't be in the Elliot Anderson-Wharton lottery.
of course we won't.
No, I'm just saying. Right. I'm just saying because the way he's playing. That's all. I'm just saying that I think more. It's more of a reason why we won't be in that, because they'll look and say there's no point spending 100 million.
No, we're going to our feeder team, bro. That's what the reality.
Yeah. I know we'll get Barco in.
But you know what it is, though, Andrew, man. If we're gonna do the 3-man midfield thing, we need more midfielders on the bench, man.
Well, that's why I don't think but while we might buy a midfielder, Dom, we're not going to buy another £100 million midfielder.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We're not doing it. Do you know what I mean? Because of this guy here. I mean, we got the famous Lavia training photos that are always popped out every now and then. You know, but you know, he's preparing for the Liverpool game in May. Obviously, when that rolls around. So it's but no, I think he's playing very, very well. Do you know what I mean? It also allows I think what it is. You can see when he plays with Caicedo, it's like Caicedo's trying to figure out what his new role is.
Yeah.
Now, do you know what I mean? When he's playing with him, it's like, should I stay? Should I go? Enzo's not bothering defending now. He doesn't. He doesn't need to
I think he has a lot less responsibility.
Actually, he's still defending, right?
No, that's good though. That's what you got to do. You got to build things like that.
He just has a lot less of a responsibility.
Yeah, he has a lot less responsibility in his defending, which is good on him and all that.
Until he ends up in the pivot, because he ends up.
Until they obviously he always subs Santos off, doesn't he? And then Enzo drops back, which is why I was going. We can. Can't Enzo just not play this? He didn't need to play this game when we're like 4-0 up. This is
the issue though. We weakened our squad, man. I think this was a game and you probably see Buonanotte would have probably played in a game like this. You know what I mean?
What's the timeline for this for Lavia? What did they say?
They reckon he might be available for the Villa game on March the 4th. So
yeah, hopefully he's available and fit for like the running we've got. Yeah, because. Again,
I really like
one of these guys into the crowd.
They said until he checks every box on his fitness checklist, he's not playing a single minute. Like he's going to have to check every single box on his checklist before he's allowed to step foot on the pitch. I mean, we'll see him in training videos.
He's a human MOT. That's what this guy needs. A human MOT.
You gotta make sure. Let me read the super chat real quick. Then I'll let you come in, Rob. Yeah, big up JJ. He says, to be fair, I didn't know Santos was like that. I'm shocked. Yo, I've been talking about this guy for years, man. And you've got another super chat here. Being a backup to Kane is more respectable for him than being behind JP. I mean, listen, Bayern Munich don't want to sign Jackson, so that's an L for him. He's on his agent right now is trying to find him a club as we speak. Yeah. So boy, you know, but go on, Rob.
No, but on Santos though, I think. If there is one big indictment on Maresca, it is how little he played Santos in the first half of the season, and to see how he's been, like his defensive ability, his ability on the ball. You know, obviously in the first couple of games, you know, some passes weren't coming through. He was But as the game, as he's catching rhythm, you can see he's absolutely cooking. And I think he's one of those players that he just you just need to trust him, right? Those players, you just throw him into the lion's den and he's gonna figure it out. And so I think for me it's been a master stroke the way the way Rosinho has been able to use him, and with Caicedo and Enzo. And it's very rare when we look at our midfield is absolutely cooking and Caicedo is not one of the two best midfielders on the pitch, right?
100%. And Rob, you're spot on. You're spot on when you say that, because people are like, "Oh, Caicedo's been poor in that." I'm like, bro, I know he wasn't great against Leeds. Like, we haven't seen Caicedo as influential as what we normally see. But bro, it's simple logic. He's got someone next to him who now helps him in build up. It's not just every time we've got to build through the middle. It goes to Caicedo first, and then it goes to someone else. Now it's Caicedo Santos, Caicedo Santos, Caicedo Santos. It's both of them.
The right pass opens up. It's the one thing that you'll notice about this football team. I'm going to be honest, is that the way that we build up now, and the tighter the midfield is, because the midfield's a lot tighter of a square. Because we have the same. It's in essence the same type of team. The way the style of play is. Except instead of inverting a fullback, you have a pivot, and now you have a double 10 rather than you have a double 10, and realistically, and then you have a fullback covering all that space on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it is, Joey. Like, you see what it is here right now, bro. I'm telling you, the things that Santos is doing right now for the team, bro. It's no surprise we're scoring all these goals because he helps us start so many attacks. It's that little pass where, as soon as he gets pressed, bro, the ball's getting played around you. The ball's getting played around you. And we're running at you.
Yeah, this is also what was frustrating me. And I love Reece as a footballer, right? As a right back, world class. This is what was frustrating me with Reece in midfield when we're dominating possession. When we're playing counter-attacking football against Barcelona, PSG, even Arsenal against 10 men, yeah, Reece in there, getting the ball and spreading him, and all we're doing is defending. But when we have to do those 1-2 passes, receive the ball on the half turn and pass them first time, for me in midfield, that's not Reece's game. And that was always frustrating with me when Reece played in midfield. And I kept on saying, I don't like Reece as a midfielder when we're facing low block. And now now you insert Andre and you look, now this is what you needed in a midfield. Reece is an elite footballer, but he just is not Andre Santos as a midfielder, right? Mm-hmm. He's a good footballer. He can play midfield every now and then if you need him to, but him and Andre Santos, there's a clear gap there. And
Reece is basically, as it is right now with no Sugo, no Lavia, Reece should be the backup for Caicedo if needs be, right? Yeah. If you're playing Augusto right back, Reece can play that role that Caicedo plays, because off the ball, we know Reece off the ball, he works well. Yeah. But on it, I'm telling you, when he's in midfield, HM, you're spot on, bro. That's one thing I noticed about him, right? He's very much, Reece will be good to bring on in the midfield, if he's on the bench. If you need to see out a game and just to slow things down, you start to like control the game a little bit more. Whereas Santos is more, I'm gonna punch it, I'm gonna keep punching it.
Reece is too safe. Reece plays it sideways, right? Reece just keeps it sideways to the center back, to Sanchez. He's not gonna attempt those, the couple balls that Santos played to Palmer directly first time. Reece is not doing that because Reece is considering the risk of that ball being lost. Right? Mm-hmm. And he's gonna play it safe and go back and forth across the line. But Santos is like, hey, I'm gonna punch this into Cole Palmer and we go on the attack. And
even against Man City, people were saying, Reece had an amazing game. I was like, I remember saying that. I think Santos was better than Reece against Man City, bro. I thought he was actually better. When he came on, he was quality when that. Did he start that game? Or did he come off the bench against Man City? I can't remember. Against Man City when we played them away.
Caicedo was suspended for that game, wasn't he?
Did Santos start? I thought he was good. I thought he was very good in that game, bro. I thought he was quality, man. But big up PP Law for this, yeah. He says Caicedo used to play in a single man pivot under Maresca. He's adapting to playing with another player next to him full time. He is also starting to get forward more. Hey, I'm glad you noticed it, Andrew. Are you noticing how Caicedo's playing more like a box to box?
Well, I just noticed the last couple of games. He doesn't. He's like in his brain. Sometimes he doesn't know when to stay or go. Do you know what I mean? It's like because even when Santos there, because he's so used to being that guy back there that he's not used to having sort of a freer role. So he doesn't have to. He always has to be he's usually the one, the last line of defense. Usually, do you know what I mean? Has to then make the tackles, something like that. Where actually he's now able to press higher and tackle higher and pass it higher, like against Hull at the weekend or on Friday, where he broke up the play and then passed it to Garnacho in the first half, and then Garnacho had the shot against the goal, which was a very good save by the goalkeeper. Like that, whereas usually he would be one in the middle. Probably, do you know what I mean? Like,
but Caicedo allows us to press higher up the pitch. It's
exactly.
Really
well, Santos allows him to press higher.
Exactly, bro. Even like with the goals that we scored the other day, bro. Caicedo played the pass to Delap. The first goal we scored, Delap laid it up to Neto, banger. You know what I mean, bro? Like, Caicedo further up the pitch, that weight of pass, the little passes he finds, bro. Right? The assist that he nearly got for Palmer. These things are only happening with a Santos behind him. Yeah, if Santos ain't behind him, Caicedo's not going that far up. And that's what I've been wanting in this team, bro. We've been starved of box-to-box Caicedo because Lavia couldn't stay fit. And Maresca didn't want to play Santos. Yeah? Big up JJ for this. It says Maresca didn't allow room for mistakes and it hurt the confidence of the youngers. Rafinha is letting the boys make mistakes. The centre-backs need to lock in, though. And that's a very good segue into the whole Cucurella situation right now, Joey, yeah? Apparently, Cuckoo might be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Ultimately, he's probably going to miss Burnley. He'll probably miss the Arsenal game. We've seen Hato starting to get more Villa as well. What's your take on, Hato going forward, bro? Like, are you seeing an improvement in his game now? And are you feeling comfortable that he might be the one that has to step in now, bro?
I'm just not happy that we even got him, to be honest, in the begin with. Like, there was not my preferred choice of player to go get for that position. So like I'm gonna be a little bit more biased than others and probably a little bit harsher than others, but he doesn't seem ready at all to me. He's getting caught up the field quite a bit. At least his recovery pace is good, so I'll give him credit for recovering and being able to. But he seems out of position quite a bit. So hopefully, like with more game time and him being the focus of that position, he ends up getting to play. He ends up getting that to be better, but positionally, man, like he has to be better, bro. Otherwise, he's gonna get caught out in the position that he's playing because it's a very important position for the way that we play. And I do wonder if we switch the way that we play because of it. We adjust due to the fact of it being Hato over there. Like I just wonder if that's the case.
Go on, Rob. You about to say something, bro?
Yeah, no, he reminds me a little bit of early Chelsea Cucurella. You know how Cucurella used to get caught up, like he would like commit to the ball way too much and just get played through. And so I don't think, yes, he has that in him, but I think he's a very, very solid backup. Like, for a backup left back that you could possibly want, I think he's top. He's physical, he's quick, he's good in the air, he can defend, he's aggressive, just like Cucurella. I mean, Cucurella, the thing Hato is aggressive in his tackling. Cucurella is aggressive into like, I'm coming into like I'm in your face, right? At all times. And that's different. And that's the thing. And Hato also, again, going forward, he's proven that he can overlap, he can get in the box, get a shot off and whatnot. And so I think we'll be fine with him.
I think the best thing for me would be to help him out even more is if you play Neto on the left with him.
That's a good shout.
Help him out. Yeah. Good
help him out defensively, especially defensive wise.
That is smart.
I thought it was actually tackling wise, he was actually pretty good against Leeds. In
he
terms of supporting and everything. But like you said, there leaves a gap there. If there's no one there, I prefer to. This isn't even a dig at the other wingers. I just think Nato's better defensively for that side. While Cucurella's recovering. And I'll just say this: we're pretty lucky we've got this far with Cucurella actually not breaking down. Since he's been playing non-stop for like 2 years for club and country.
It's mad.
Minutes. Do you know what I mean?
It's mad, bro.
It was bound to happen.
Big up Dip that year. Like what it is about Hato for me, I even spoke about this when I first saw the links, bro. He's too flat-footed, man. You know what I mean? He's a little bit too flat-footed. He's a little bit reactive instead of kind of reading what the attackers are gonna do. Like when I see someone facing him up and they're trying to run past him, I'm scared, man. I'm like, yo, what's he gonna like? What's he gonna do here? Is he gonna foul this guy? Is he gonna clatter, man? Even I can't remember who it was that we played, yeah, but he's lucky he got blown as an offside, yeah, because that was a clear penalty. He took someone out in the box.
Oh, it's against Arsenal in the League Cup first leg.
But he took someone out in the box. But that's something that, like, with more game time, with more experience, with more confidence, he will start to learn these things. Because in this game against Hull, there was a moment where he ran back, yeah, and he managed to like win the ball back for us, and then he was good on the ball. On the ball, I've got no problems with him. I think he's good on the ball. It's more just off the ball, defensively, where I'm like, yo, this guy's a little bit of a liability. I can see.
Well, that's why.
rashness in him.
That's why he. And it's my pet peeve with the amount of times we rotate the centre backs during this run coming up. He has to play with a consistent centre back.
Yeah,
next to him as well on that side. I'm sorry, just whether
that's why like this is the only game where I'm like Sarr is probably the only game that Sarr is going to be able to play because like after this it's probably going to have to be Chalba next to him because otherwise like it has to be. But
I agree.
What I think will help him as well though, yeah. What I think will help him is the fact that in the game against Hull, right? I saw Sanchez was kind of playing like a centre back, bro. You know what I mean? So maybe that's something that Rafinha will tap into, Rob, in the league, where we've actually got an additional guy on the pitch, like what Penders does. That way you've got two centre-backs rather than building with three defenders, yeah? Reece can push on, Augusto can push on, and Hato can push on. Because Hato, bro, if you've just got Hato overlapping and crossing in the ball, dangerous, yeah? If you're having to keep man at the back, that's when it can be a bit of a problem. Because I think he's better on the ball than he is off it right now.
Yeah. No, that's spot on. I think again, as for a backup left back, he's. I mean, I look around, around the league. Who has a better backup left back? I mean, Arsenal got Lewis Kelly, right?
No.
Calafiori and Hincapié.
Calafiori and Hincapié. Maybe Arsenal. And Nori at City behind Nico O'Reilly. Man United got who, Luke Shaw and who? I don't know. I mean,
I wouldn't rule out the possibility in some of these games that Gusto starts at left back, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that.
Or Reece, or maybe even Reece.
Yeah. Reece and Gusto.
Reece and Gusto would.
But you would have to play Reece as like a third center back, and you rotate it the other way. You flip it basically, where you have Palmer. You would have to have Palmer on, and that's the whole problem. It's like you basically flip the formation, basically, if the way it would end up playing out.
The thing is, we can't right now, as it is right now, yeah. We what I want from Hato, yeah, because Cuckoo for me when he comes back in. But I want us to be talking here and saying, yo, does Cuckoo walk back in, man? Then, yeah. Does Cuckoo walk back in? Because I remember when Gusto, Rob, we didn't know you back then, but we were doing shows when Gusto first came, yeah, and he was playing so well to the point where people were like, yo, when Reece comes back, does Reece even start? Yeah. These are the conversations I want to be having rather than thank God Cuckoo's back. Yeah. If we're saying that means he hasn't been good. So as it is right now, yeah, I don't even want us to play Gusto left back, bro. Give this guy the confidence. Now is his time to step up.
He's gonna get the chance, bro. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. He's gonna be given a chance, like especially against Burnley. Like there's no doubt about it in my mind.
But I think if it is for me, I rate him highly. I would give him the run of game until Cuckoo gets back. Just play him, right? You make mistakes. That's okay. Let him get the mistakes out of his system. But for me, I just think you give him the confidence. Just like, yes, go run a game, give him the confidence, and then maybe he might fumble in a game or two. But for the most part, I think he has the ability to be solid in all these games where we can come back here and we'll be having those conversations down like, hey, should Cuckoo? I mean, we got this game. Should Cuckoo come back straight, or should we, hold back until the midweek Champions League games or the FA Cup tie and to ease Cuckoo back in and whatever. But I think you just play him. You just play him.
Play him, man.
So, like if you play Gusto, who's a right back, left back, imagine what that does to his confidence of a Hato. Like,
bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
This is why Vega left. It's like, hold on. I was supposed to be a backup left back against Everton, and I'm seeing Gusto playing left back ahead of me. Yeah. I
want to see Hato. I want to see Hato doing similar things to Juve at West Ham, right? Juve at West Ham, bro. When he gets wide, whipping in that ball. Now Hato's crossing in as good as Juve, but his crossing is actually quite good. You know what I mean? His crossing is actually quite good. So that's something that he's got to tap into, man. But all of these things,
Juve is not good defensively either, though.
Say that again, bro.
Doof is not good defensively either, though.
No, he's not.
He's decent.
He's an athlete. He's very athletic. Yeah, and that helps him out in some. He's not Wan-Bissaka good, but he's athletic. That he kind of his athleticism helps him out. And going forward, when he whips that ball into the box, woo! Yeah.
Serious one, bro. You know what I mean? Serious.
On him.
100%, bro. But listen, we've got over 300 people here still. We'll finish up on Neto real quick, man. Then I want to get your take on what you lot thought of this guy down the middle, because last week we spoke about how there's a section of the fan base that want to sell him. For me, this is another example why I want to keep him as a squad player to start in these sort of games. I thought when he came on against Leeds, I thought he was excellent off the bench as well, Andrew. Right? What did you think of Neto down the middle, man? Is that an area that you liked and want to see more, or you still or you more in the camp of let's get rid of this guy?
No, I'm not in the camp of get rid of this guy. I just think they'll sell him anyway because they can get a lot of money for him. Do you know what I mean? I just think that's what we've heard rumours since the summer that they're open to selling him. Do you know what I mean? If they get the right price. But down the middle, I don't know. He played very well. Got the hat trick. I don't know if him working down the middle as a 10 works in Premier League against opposition. Do you know what I mean? False 9 maybe. Like high lines against Barcelona.
We saw him playing the 10 though with Rafinha, bro. There's another game in the Prem.
Yeah, I can't remember
one of the early ones.
Yeah, it was. He wasn't Man City. Was it Brentford or?
It was one of the early ones, bro. He played in the 10.
It was one of the early games. Rafinha was he?
Well, if he did, he didn't make a lasting.
He played 8. He played more than 8.
Nah, he played at the top of the midfield, bro. He played as a 10.
He didn't make. I can't remember. He didn't make a lasting impression on me playing that way. So, I just think now, like I said before, when we were discussing Hato, given the situation there in this run, I prefer to stick him on the left to help with Hato than play him in the middle. We got Palmer back. We got Pedro who could play there. We got Esteban who could play there. I don't think we need another one. He had a very good game. He needed those goals because he's been very poor the last 8 weeks overall. Do you know what I mean? In most of his games, he needed that to build his confidence even more. But it's very very good performance. I don't really like to. The main thing with cup games for me is just getting through. You know what I mean? I'm less like critique the performances because we got through. Do you know what I mean? But he played well. But I don't. With this one coming up, I wouldn't want to deploy him in that number 10 role. We've got others who can play that role.
Yeah, I hear it. And Black Mamba says Neto was non-existent against Leeds. Top the cap on. I don't know what you were watching, bro. You must have been watching the game when we played Leeds away, right? Mm-hmm. This guy created some mad chances. There was even one cross that nearly went in, similar to what Bowen did. Yeah. This is at the back post. Someone should have been there, bro. You know what I mean? I thought he did well when he came on. And what it is for me, Andrew, when it comes to Neto playing down the middle, I'm not even necessarily saying start him in the 10. I'm more saying if you're going to start him on the left or start him on the right, give him the license to go down the middle and rotate whoever with Palmer.
I think that's what Rafinha. I think that's what Rafinha does. Listen, I'm not here to. I like Maresca, but I think Maresca is a different type of coach where it's more structured. It's you stick here like with the touchline stuff, right? The winger, you have to stay there no matter what. Do you know what I mean? You can't really even come in. You can't even like drift inside a lot and stuff like that. You have to stay there. You have to pinpoint and stay there. And that's why we didn't have overlapping fullbacks because the wingers were over. This one, you are seeing, like, we see when Palmer plays, even when he starts on the when the like against Leeds, or when they put him on the right, he didn't play on the, or get away at Wolves when they put him on the right, he didn't play on the left. He was in the middle. Do you know what I mean? I think there is a bit of license to roam. There is some structure, but it's less like cemented, so to speak. There are players that have the positions there, like a Santos, like a Caicedo, and stuff like that. The centre backs, obviously, but the rest are allowed to maybe do a bit more free form, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? Allowed to overlap, allowed to go in this one. If someone goes there, I'm going to go here, stuff like that. So I see that. I see that happening a lot more under Rosinha.
Yeah, exactly. Having that freedom a little bit more, bro. And big up Mario for this comment. He says Neto should be criticized, but people are doing too much. And listen, I'm one of the people that have crashed it on him a lot this season. But I've always said, for me, he is a squad player at best, right? Bare people, Rob, right now, they just want to get rid of this guy, right? And I'm looking at it right now. Big up Alexis in the chat as well. Yeah, because I was talking about this in the group. I've been crashing Matisse because the streets have been telling me, Iceman, big up Iceman in the chat. They've all been telling me that Matisse is pushing this Neto hate. Yeah, I've been telling these, man. Right now, this guy walks into Liverpool starting 11, bro. That's number one. Yeah, he comfortably starts for Tottenham. Obviously, Tottenham on the relegation, but he comfortably starts for those guys. He goes to Man United.
We start for Tottenham. We start for Tottenham.
Anyone here starts for Tottenham.
Starts for Tottenam. You know what I mean?
He goes to Man United, who are above us right now, and he starts on their left-hand side, right? He even goes to Arsenal and potentially starts on the left, because Arteta would love this guy, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He would love this guy.
Yeah.
Love this guy. The way that he would run up and down, cross the ball, and that, bro. He would be loving this guy.
Right now, he would start for Real Madrid.
Right. Head of you. I don't know about that.
They don't have a right winger. Real Madrid ain't got no right winger.
Relax. MX, he starts for United. United haven't got a left winger, bro. And don't tell me Cunha. Cunha's not a left winger.
Amad Diallo.
Diallo plays on the right. Amad plays on the right, bro. He's a right winger.
Right winger. Yeah, you're right.
So for me, how I'm looking at it, it's like, yo, Neto, keep this guy in the squad, bro. I don't trust that transition from Clearlake, to get rid of him and then to replace him adequately. Because for me, bro, I want him in the squad with the likes of Quenda, with the likes of Esteval, with the likes of Jesse Derry. Yeah, because Jesse Derry is another one that I want more to get more minutes in the second half of the season. You know what I'm saying? Man saying Dogu, bro. Neto will start ahead of Dogu in the left, man. Come on, let's be real.
But this is my problem. This is what I've gone back and forth, especially on X and Matisse on this. Like, you can't be on one side of your mouth talking about, oh, we need the players experience, 25 and above. Give us experience. Players that's been there, done that have won, trophies here, left and right. And then first thing you say, oh, get rid of Neto so that we can have Kenda and Esteval as our starting right winger next summer. Like, are you are probably the more Clear Lake and Blue Coat than you imagine. If you're I've seen people say, oh, get rid of Sanchez and bring in Pendes. Get rid of Neto and bring in or get rid of Enzo Fernandez and bring on some 18, 19-year-old from France. Like, that you are more Blue Coat than you actually care to admit, because we're talking about, oh no, we need to have balance, to have experience. The moment we have experience, you want to sell the experience.
You just want to get rid of it. I'm like, this guy can help us.
Which one is this?
Bro, this guy can help us so much, bro. Like I said, he came off the bench the other day. He played well, right? You can play him off the left or off the right. If he's stinking out the place with the likes of Quenda around, you take man off. The problem with Maresca, Joey, Maresca just kept playing, man. 90 minutes. With Rosinha, I don't see Neto playing 90 minutes every single game, bro. Yeah? But to just get rid of him, I'm sorry, this guy goes to other teams right now that want to challenge for the league, and he helps them in their squad. He helps them win stuff in their squad, bro. I think it would be silly. I think it would be silly to get rid of him.
For Portugal, he benches Leao as a left winger. Leao holds bench for Pedro Neto, right? When you were trying to win,
I mean, I've been a pretty big defender of Pedro Neto for quite a while, so I'm not necessarily going to sit here and disagree with any of you guys. I also, like Andrew, as also a fellow Pedro Neto defender, like I know he is. I also believe that he's probably the most likely to get sold.
Yep.
Now,
that will annoy me.
Now, would I sell him? Probably not, because I do believe that you need a little bit more. I think we need to keep that type of experience around the football club.
Yep.
But the most likely thing is he probably has a pretty good World Cup because that type of game is suited to his style of play, and we end up getting top dollar after the World Cup.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it end up going is we probably end up selling him after the World Cup.
People say I don't criticize Clear Lake. If you sell Pedro Neto this summer, I would be absolutely annoyed that Clear Lake, like there's no way
you should have had that energy with Garnacho, my dude.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
I want Garnacho here, so I agree with Garnacho.
Yeah, well, you should have had that energy for Garnacho.
No, I don't. I won't have the energy. I will have that energy if you get rid of Pedro Neto.
I don't think
go and say Quenda and Esteval are you starting right wingers next year.
That's it, right? I don't think the issue is whether Neto goes or not. It's what comes in.
Yes.
For him.
Yes.
Like, that's the big fear, right? It's not like, oh, Neto's the greatest. Even me and Joey, we understand Neto's got limitations, right? We're not saying he's the greatest winger or anything like that, but we fear what they bring in or what they have brought in, and then they just like go, yeah, well, he's
Andrew. We know this fan base. We speak weekly. I'm on the TL every day. I see how these guys are. They are now revising João Felix and Vega, bro.
What, who? Give me that. Give me that. Hang on. Give me that.
Dewsbury Hall. Don't forget Dewsbury Hall.
Hang on. Give me that. I've got a pen and paper right here. Give me their names. I want their names.
Matisse Armani, one of them. Matisse Armani, one of them.
Remember how Dewsbury Hall was getting cooked here, bro.
Oh,
this guy was getting cooked
these
here.
point directors gave us Dewsbury Hall. How dare they? They gave Moreska Dewsbury Hall.
There's people calling him Wedding Hall.
Wedding Hall. Now, it's oh my god, Dewsbury Hall. We should have kept him. It's better than what we've got. I'm telling you, the same shit will happen. We'll get rid of Neto. Neto will go somewhere else, right? And he'll fell upwards. Bro, Neto can comfortably go to a Man City right now and be a bench option for them, bro. Yeah? Having Neto, having Marmouche, having those sort of guys on the bench, it helps. And people, listen, Neto's not my type of player. Like, I like the Estevals. I like the flair. You know what I mean? But not everyone's like that when it comes to the game. Some certain man like Neto, they're limited, but they can help, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'll just say this.
If you're trying to have a winning team, Don,
Go.
I'll just say this. There are very few things. I will accept a lot of things in life, but I will never accept João Felix revisionism.
No.
I knew that was coming from you.
You can't have. You can't just have a team full of player with flair. You need a team full of utility players. You need utility players. Players like Pedro Neto, who can play left wing back, who can play left wing, who can play right wing, who can play 10, who can play false 9. This type of players.
I see you, Reaper. I see what you just put.
These type of players are not. You just don't find them on an open market for cheap. A player like Pedro Neto is an absolute must-have in a team if you're trying to win.
Facts, bro. You have your
Copam, you have your Estevals.
No, I'm leaving, bro.
You must have your Pedro Netos.
100%. This guy can cut, though. What did you think of his performance the other day?
Yeah, Rob. He can cut. Like I told you from the beginning of the season.
He was taking on his men.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He had 6. I checked this out. He had 6 successful.
And what did he do with it?
He completed 6 seconds.
Okay, and what did he do with it?
Now we care about what he does with it after.
I criticize Esteval for not having enough end product this season. Why am I not?
We let him dribble success rate.
He's had way more opportunity.
Joey, guys, I've got him. Rob has always told me this guy has got elite cutbacks. In the second half, he looked up and he still cut back to a whole player. That's how
to nobody.
Was in the second half.
You see that the run that Dilap made. Absolutely criminal. Criminal run for a striker.
Let me ask you something. How did we beat this team, Hull? Okay. And everyone ate except this guy. Everyone ate except this guy. How is it that we beat this guy? And how we beat Hull? Everyone ate except this guy.
How do we stay in the game against Arsenal when nobody ate except this guy?
Who cares?
Off the bench, off the bench.
Doesn't matter on the bench. Nobody ate except this guy against Arsenal.
You know so
Are we
funny.
in
You
the
know
fi-
so
are we
funny
in
about
the
this guy,
final?
Joey. You know this guy, yeah. This Shirley guy is so shameless, yeah. He's so shameless, right? About Shirley, right? No, in fact, Shirley's shameless. Sorry, someone in the comments just like threw me off. I'll come to you in a sec, Daxters, yeah. But bro, towards the end of the game, man decided to turn into Hazard. He did one flick.
Yeah. Saw that shit.
Oh, can I jump? It's in my
He saw Jesse Derry. Nah, Don. You know what it was? He saw Jesse Derry. He was like, "Oh, I gotta do
I was
something
like,
different.
get in myself.
I gotta do
That
something
is
different. I gotta
nice.
do something different."
We were 4 goals up. And the Daxter says, yeah, you're complaining about Chelsea fans doing revisionism. They can also change their opinions, like you mentioned earlier, bro. You're trying to confuse the things. You're trying to confuse the thing.
He's right.
Yeah?
He's right.
No,
He's
you
right.
can't-
He's trying to confuse it now. He's trying to confuse it. Daxters. These people were saying Dewsbury Hall is shit. Yeah. Vega is shit. These guys can't do anything. This is why they don't play, right? And then when they leave, it's these guys were better than what we had. Bring those guys back. Bring those guys back, bro. You can't go from one extreme to another extreme, bro. Because they weren't saying this at the time.
We were
They
never
say
gonna
this,
give Dewsbury
they
Hall
say
the
this
amount of
because of their
impact
agenda.
we needed to
They
be
say
at
this
it.
because of their agenda of the squad building, bro. Yeah. Santos, Hato, and all of these guys, Josh, they all got the same treatment from Maresca that those other guys got last season, bro. And that's the point that they like to fuck about. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna finish up here anyway. Man. We're gonna finish up here anyway. Still got over 300 people here. Listen, people, make sure that you're checking out Jersey FC Soccer Shop. Like I said, man, Don CFC at checkout, 20% off. Mandem, have you lot got anything coming up you want to plug?
Thursday, Wobbs Link every single Thursday, around like 11 to midnight UK time.
Big up, man. Big up. How about you, Rob? You got anything coming up?
No. I'm about to go play football, and then I'll be most likely on Twitch, Alex Goldberg, and I'll be on Twitter giving my objective opinions that I always do.
Yep. Very good.
They're never objective.
Don't open a can of worms. Andrew, how about you, bro?
Like I say, check out Kaji FC. I'm sure they'll do a midweek show. I'm sure Sarcasm City will do the Benfica Real Madrid game tomorrow because that's a Champions League playoffs this week. So for tomorrow. So hopefully the goalkeeper scores another winner or something tomorrow.
100%.
I'll be for that one. So yeah, just that because we like I say we've got no game till Saturday, man. We've got Burnley.
And we need Forest to go down, people. Forest to go.
Yes.
Forest,
Joey, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. I'm trying to get Murillo out of Forest.
Yeah, same.
All right, big up Daxters again. He says, I'm not. I mean, there's a truth to the Dewsbury Hall was better than Buonanotte. Bro, you're missing the point. When Dewsbury Hall was here, people were speaking about
They
him
treat him like Buonanotte. They treat him like Buonanotte.
That's the point. That's the point that you keep missing, bro. You can't go from this guy's rubbish and then bring him back. You can't do that, bro. I'm sorry. You can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
No.
But yeah, big up everyone. Like I said, make sure that you're checking out Jersey FC Soccer Shop. I've redirected to Race for Europe. So go check them out on Potsy's channel. Put a little Don Raid in there. Actually, no. Let's do something cheeky with Madueke because Madueke played right wing and a certain player played in a 10. Yeah?
Saka 10.
Nah. Madueke. Wait, let's say
Saka 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, Saka in a 10, but I'm saying Madueke took his place. He took his place on the right.
Very weird.
I think
Yeah.
they're thinking life after Odegaard though.
It's very weird.
That's another conversation for another day. What can we put in there, people?
It's very weird though. They got Deji on that show. Shouldn't it be Race to the Championship or something like that?
Nah, forget Deji. That guy is dead and buried right now. He's dead and buried, bro.
You guys really think they're gonna go down? They're not going down.
But yo, listen, we don't know, innit? We don't know, bro. I'm trying to think. Okay.
I don't know, bro.
Nah,
Let's just say this. Sakanesta, bro.
Sakanesta.
Sakanesta. All right, go put that in the chat. Go put that in the chat, people. Yeah, when you go over there, Saka Iniesta. Yeah. In a bit, man. Love, bless.